All right, here are my predictions for UFC 330. Um, I don't like in terms of a numbered card. I think it's pretty bad, but the actual card itself is it'll be fun at the very least. I think. And I did pick Quillan Killed. If you go back to the end of my last video, I picked him. I thought he was gonna win by KO, to be honest, but got it done pretty quick. I think he could become champion. He's really good, but yeah, let's start it off with Jeremiah Wells versus Mick Tibek Oralby. It's Oralby by whatever he wants. KO, submission. He could just grapple his way to a decision. It doesn't matter what he wants. Jeremiah Wells is legit 40. He's not the greatest. He's not horrible for a 40-year-old. He's got decent powers, cardio. His cardio's all right. He's got heart. He's got good heart, but Mictabak Orobai is actually on another level. I think he's an elite person, even in the welterweight division with how stacked it is. He's elite. Yeah, I think he should just run through Jeremiah Wells. I don't even think it'll be close. I think he's better everywhere. More powerful, better wrestling, better cardio, everything. He's elite. And he's super young. I think he's only like 26, even though he looks like he's like 50. Neil Magny versus Ramiz Brahimaj. I'm gonna go Neil Magny here. He's actually the underdog, which I'm a little bit surprised about. I mean, Ramiz actually is not that bad. His record's kind of deceiving. 13-6. You'd think he's kind of trash, but he's won most of his fights in the UFC. And Neil Magny is a fraud checker. That's what he does. He's a gatekeeper into the top 15. And I think he's better than Ramiz Brahimaj. I think I think he's better, lankier. He's a crafty veteran. I don't know. I just think he's gonna win. I think he's better. Not better, but I don't know. I think it'll be the ground game where he wins. Um, yeah, I don't know. This one's actually pretty close. I like Neil Magny here. He's good. I don't really have like. There's no complex reason. I'm picking Neil Magny, but I think Neil Magny's the opposition Neil Magny beats is Ramiz Brahimaj. Is basically what I'm trying to say. Neil Magny, if you're better, like if you are a top 15 fighter, you're gonna beat him. But yeah, Ramiz Brahimaj is not top 15. He doesn't have the top 15 aura. That's what it comes down to. Yeah, I don't know these guys. I'm gonna be honest. I have no clue. This is crazy odds to me. I'm not gonna lie. Vicente Luque should be like a 2-1 favorite in my opinion. I think he's like way better than Tresean Gore. I think Tresean Gore is coming off of a decent win that's being portrayed as a good win. The dude he just fought is 0-2 in the UFC. Dude, we can't. That's not elite competition, dude. That shouldn't be getting him a favor over Vicente Luque. He has proven to be good, and he's like incredibly dangerous. He has finishing potential on the feet, finishing potential on the ground. Once he gets to choking, it's over. He's elite. Like, yeah, he's old and slow, but dude, Tresean Gore he's 7-4, bro, and he's like he loses literally every fight he goes. Like, he lost to, bro. Like, look, his only win is versus, bro. He lost to Brundage. Bro, he's literally losing his only 2 wins before this latest win. Who Makhachev is 0-2 in the UFC. By the way, we don't even know if he's really UFC worthy. Is Tricoli and who is this guy, bro? Is he even in the UFC anymore? No, it looks like he's not. Trash, bro. Tresean Gore is barely UFC worthy. Vicente Luque is a UFC veteran who is extremely dangerous. Like, he literally has finish potential everywhere. He hits like a truck. Once he gets the submission, he locks it in. And he's good, dude. He's actually like a sniper. He's a little bit slow, but let's keep in mind he went to a decision with Joel Alvarez. And are we saying Joel Alvarez would be a slight favorite over Tresean Gore? That's what these odds are suggesting to me. So yeah, I think this is disgusting. I don't think these odds are correct at all, I'd put my life savings on Vicente Luque by some sort of finish. These odds, I think, are incorrect too. I don't mind Dante Johnson being the favorite. I'm going Eric Makhachev, first of all. But because I think Dante Johnson is genuinely not UFC worthy. I think he's garbage. He lost to Cody Brundage in his last fight. And he looks disgusting. He's disgusting, bro. I don't like this guy at all. And Eric Makhachev, I actually respect him. He had a good fight with Rodolfo Vieira. Was somewhat competitive with Basing Yursukaev, who I think is actually kind of underrated. I think he fights to his competition a little bit too much, but I think he's actually really good. Do I think he's top 15? Probably not. And maybe he is top 15 in middleweight, because middleweight sucks, but he's like bordering there, in my opinion. And Eric Makhachev had a decent fight with him. Eric Makhanechev's never really got dominated. He's pretty good. He's an NPC, but he's like a well-rounded NPC. Dante Johnson is just trash. He has nothing good. He has no wrestling. He doesn't really have power. He has no boxing. He stands up straight and is 5'8". He's gonna get KO'd here. I think Eric Makhachev is actually gonna get a second or third round finish. His boxing is actually pretty good, and he's fast for his age. Dante Johnson's surprisingly slow for how young he is, and he's just he's a trash can. Eric Makhachev at plus 200 is a steal. He's just better. You're telling me Rodolfo Vieira doesn't beat Dante Johnson? Yeah, stop it. Eric Makhachev just doesn't have aura. That's why he's the underdog. That's actually why. Jalen Turner versus Kawhi Fernandez. Kawhi Fernandez is not proven at all. He has no good wins, no even decent wins. Harry Hardwick is not good. He's not UFC caliber. But he did destroy him. Don't get me wrong. He destroyed him with the leg kicks. But that was on 5 days' notice for Harry Hardwick. Harry Hardwick looked way. And I think it was up a weight class too. I think Harry Hardwick is featherweight. Jalen Turner is actually good. He's I think bordering ranked worthy. He's just really good. He's really dangerous on the feet. He has a decent ground game. And he's way more proven. His record could be a lot better, but for some reason he just loses fights. I don't know why. But yeah, he should definitely beat Kawhi Fernandez. And he looks really good versus Edson Barboza. So yeah, I think he's just better on the feet. Judy Nurchakanji versus Joel Alvarez on 2 weeks, 1 week or 2 weeks notice, but he's been training with Islam, which I really like. He did just get fodderized by Amasov, I think is his name. But dude, I don't know. He should definitely beat Chidinuch Kanji. I don't know. He's all right, but I think he's too slow, too old, too stiff. Not even the best chin. No grappling. Joel Alvarez should make pretty easy work of him. Joel Alvarez is actually he's the best unranked welterweight, if that makes sense. But he's not ranked worthy in my opinion, especially at welterweight. Esteban Ribovic by a striking masterclass. I think I don't know if he's just better, I'm going to be honest. He's better. He's way younger. Edson Barboza's chin isn't looking the greatest. He's one round of actually being a good fighter, and then he just becomes a bad fighter. And Esteban Ribovic is a great striker. That's facts. He just doesn't really have a ground game, but Edson Barboza is not going to wrestle. It's simple as that. Mansour Abdul Malik versus Dustin Stoltzfus. I don't think Mansour Abdul Malik should be minus 600. I think he should be a minus 250 favorite. I'm going to go with him. But Dustin Stoltzfus, man, he makes wars. He fights hard. He's got pretty good power, too. But I think Mansour Abdul Malik is going to be athletic enough to win. I think he'll probably improve from his last fight, too. I think he's probably better. And I think this is Dustin Stoltzfus is the competition that he can beat. I think that's the people he was beating beforehand. Stoltzfus is on a Brundage. He's on like a Brundage tier. I don't know who that is. Wow, his record is What the hell? I don't know. This fight's gonna be closer than the odds suggest, but I'm gonna go Abdul Malik. Mackenzie Dern versus Jillian Robertson. I think Mackenzie Dern is just a better version of Jillian Robertson. Just slightly less dangerous on the ground, but way better striking. But Mackenzie Dern, don't get it wrong, has elite jiu-jitsu. And yeah, I mean, dude, Jandiroba couldn't really do anything against her on the ground. And Jandiroba was probably the best grappler in the division. Yeah, dude, Jillian Robertson, she's not good enough on the feet to win this. I think that's really what it comes down to. I think her cardio is also a little bit questionable. She got tired in that last fight versus Amanda Lemos, who I think is actually kind of underrated at this time. Like Amanda Lemos is still a good win. But yeah, Mackenzie Dern should win this. She's good. Like she's actually a good fighter. And I think unless you have like actual KO threat, her fighting style of just kind of like walking forward and throwing will win. Yeah, and I don't think Jillian Robertson is that much better. I think they're probably like the same level on the ground, I'd say. Jillian Robertson probably a little bit better, I guess. But dude, Mackenzie Dern, she's not gonna get taken down in this fight. Even if she does, she's just gonna defend stuff and throw up submissions. Like she's actually pretty elite on the ground. Like yeah, Mackenzie Dern's gonna win this. I do like Jillian Robertson a lot though. This is actually a good women's fight. Like actually a really good women's fight. I don't think this fight's gonna be close. If Ian Garry wins, I think the UFC should dissolve as a company because we can't allow these terrorists into the sport. That's really what it comes down to. Ian Garry is a terrorist. He shouldn't be allowed into America, and I hate him. If he wins, it'll be a sad day for the whole world. Islam, if you lose, you're not even in the GOAT conversations anymore. And I think you should retire. And I think all of your stats should be removed. I don't think. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is a fraud check if Islam loses to Ian Garry. I'm gonna be honest. I think Ian Garry's trash. I think he'd lose to Carlos Prates in a rematch. I think he'd get KO'd in the first round. Actually, I think he's garbage. I don't think he's good. He has no pop. He has no KO threat. His takedown defense is really overrated. He's fast on the feet, but he has no danger. So why would you respect that? He's got decent jiu-jitsu actually, but it doesn't matter, dude. Islam has the best jiu-jitsu, or top 3 in the UFC currently. Yeah, I think Islam's just gonna get takedowns. He's probably gonna submit him actually in this fight. I've been seeing interviews of him wanting to be more aggressive and look for the finish in this fight. I think he's gonna get it. I think Ian Machado Gary's too lengthy, dude. His limbs are too long. He's got a neck on him. Islam's gonna find it, dude. He's gonna get the submission, probably by Darce choke. Yeah, I just think there's levels to this game, and Ian Garry is not on that level. People who pick Ian Garry it's a lack of ball knowledge. It's a lack of watching the fights. It's a lack of respecting Islam's legacy and just how good of a fighter he is. Also, I'm pretty sure Islam's going to be heavier in this fight. I think Ian Garry is pretty light for welterweight, actually. I think he's like probably going to be 190. They're probably going to be about the same weight. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I think Islam's just another level. I think Islam only can lose to like somebody that could just fluke you, like a Prates. In that division, I'm going to be honest. I think he is the best of all time in terms of sheer talent. So yeah, those are my picks. Going Oral by whatever he wants. Neil Bagby by second round sub. Don't know those guys. Luque by murder. Mechanico by third round KO. TKO. If he doesn't get fluked. Jalen Turner. Jalen Turner by second round TKO. He's dangerous. Joe Alvarez probably by sub, maybe? I'm not sure with Joe Alvarez. He might go to decision in this one. Esteban Rivers by KO. Abdul Malik by ground or pound. Mackenzie Dern by decision, if not a late round finish. and Islam by first round sub. Those are the picks.